morning, everybody. Welcome back to Tech Sheck episode 4. Great to have you with us today. I hope everyone is doing well given the current situation. There are some green shoots and rays of light coming through. We hope you and your families are well, and a belated Eid Mubarak to all of you. And for episode 4, we have with us from Pakistan, Dawaai.pk, with our founder and CEO, Furqan Kidwai. Welcome, Furqan. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing very well, sir. So just to get things kick-started, Furqan, tell us a little bit about Dawaai. What's the concept here? How does this work?
Yeah, so Dawaai is essentially an online pharmacy. We are delivering medicines at doorstep across Pakistan, pretty much ensuring that people get authentic medicines at affordable prices. In a market which is about 50% counterfeit, affordable pricing is not really there because doctors write whatever they want to write. When people can actually save as much as 70% by choosing a cheaper generic, but they don't know about that. So we are creating that transparency in the market, in addition to providing the relevant information which a patient should know about how to take medicine, when to take, when not to take, which is a domain of a pharmacist. But unfortunately, that role doesn't exist in Pakistan. So we are trying to create that.
Very good, very good. So tell us a little bit about how it's going so far. What have you been able to achieve?
Yeah, we've been in business for 6 years now. So we are one of the oldest tech startups in the country.
Wow.
We have grown literally 10x over the last 1 year. We are by far the largest digital health platform. Whilst e-pharmacy is a major component of our business, we also have telemedicine and e-diagnostics in addition to that. But more importantly, we are, I think, obviously the stats are not official or public, but we are, I think, in the top 5 pharma buyers and movers in the country, online and offline combined. So it's a fairly decent sized business we've been able to build over this period.
So 6 years, that's quite a long haul. So what is kind of the thought process? What keeps you guys going? What's making it successful now, in your opinion?
Persistence, to be honest. We were very early to market. So the concept of timing the market right, we did not time it right. We were too early. So I quit my job in London and moved back to Pakistan to start this thing. But hey, when I started, it wasn't a tech business, right? I did not think of it as a tech business. It was supposed to be a pharmacy business, a chain of pharmacies, something like CVS, which I wanted to build. Only when I landed up here, I realized that it's actually the market structure is not such that you can build up a chain pharmacy because it can never be profitable. And my intention was always to make it profitable, unlike the typical tech startups. So for us, it was more pivoting, repivoting, then circling back and then trying again. So persistence was the key. And then everything fell in place later on. So it was just staying alive, sometimes on our knees.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, your persistence seems to have paid off. You know, you guys are now getting a lot of highlight and a lot of showcase. Congratulations. I read about the recent investment made by an overseas Pakistani group into Dawaai.pk. Tell us more about that investment process. What happened? Any details you'd be willing to share or can share?
Yeah, it was a few $1 million, just short of double digit, I would say. So the terms we have kept confidential. It's a typical venture investment by one of the largest emerging markets hedge fund, Kingsway Capital, in addition to Sarmayakar Ventures, which is a local IFC-backed venture capital firm. And then out of the Valley, we had Mentors Fund joining in as well. So that was essentially the round which we had a few months ago.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on that. That's a big step forward, and considering all the time and effort you guys have put in, that must be making you happy.
Right. Thank you. And 500 startups as well. So they were a part of it as well, out of the Southeast Asia Fund.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the plan now? What are you guys gonna do with this?
Yeah, so we have 6 fulfillment centers across Pakistan. We will be building out the infrastructure for pharma logistics in the country. That is essentially the plan. So they are effectively executing on the plan on building the infrastructure out, underpinned by technology, getting on the talent, and growing pretty much. That's what it is. But one thing we are very clear about from day one has been the bottom line issue on the business, which I am very particular about. So we are sort of on the path, very clear path to profitability. Alhamdulillah, it's so far been good. But effectively, we are trying to build a business which transforms the pharma logistics, which doesn't exist in the country, to be honest. So we are building that up using our warehouses, opening them up, bringing them up to the right standards, and ensuring people have access to medicines, which unfortunately they don't.
Yeah, this is also a wonderful idea in the sense what really appeals to me personally is the fact that you are taking the pain to understand what medicines are being prescribed and pushed through, which is, again, you constantly hear about this problem with fake medicines in country. So it's a very noble pursuit as well as a profitable one. So my kudos to you and your team on that. That's an excellent initiative. So
thank you.
As far as the North American diaspora is concerned, any thoughts, ideas? We have a lot of people who are starting to understand, big things are happening in Pakistan. Well, what are your views? What are your thoughts on that? What should people be looking for? How should they be looking at this market for the future?
Look, to be honest, like Pakistan is a huge market, and I think for the longest period of time it has been looked down upon. So it's a 217 million people, the fifth largest country, slightly ahead of Brazil, with about consumer spending north of $250 billion, right? With healthcare spending about 13 billion. There's 114 million people under the age of 25, which is way more than the US, right? With 66 million under the age of 15, which effectively skews the GDP per capita on the wrong side because of a larger denominator. But I think the tailwinds are there because I think for every retiring person in the next 2 decades, there'll be 3 people adding to the workforce. So that will be impacting the middle class in one of the largest possible ways, right? Middle class estimate to grow to about 130 million by 2025. So I think the macro factors are adding up very, very solidly. And this is the market not to be ignored. There are 75 million broadband users. That's a 25 times growth on the last 7 years. And 96% of those are on mobile, which is bigger than the entire population of the UK. So you see, so these things are just coming together. On the tech side, there have been some notable rounds, exits coming through, with Daraz being picked up by Alibaba, and financial coming in to buy the Easy Pesa, with Affinity, Keep Truckin', Kareem, and now Zameen. These all business have significant reliance and back offices in Pakistan. And they've all been able to grow significantly big. So that shows that the market is not that off the charts as is assumed to be. And I think it's the right time to look into it in a sort of broader perspective than it is being looked at.
Oh, that's awesome. No, that's great to hear. And, always great to hear stories like yourself. I've had the fortune of meeting you in person, and I want to congratulate you and the team. You guys are doing some great stuff. Keep up the good work. And for our audience out there, I hope you found this episode interesting. We try to keep these short and informative. If you have more questions, you have more ideas, more comments, please send us an email at START, STARTKARO @techsheck.net. Thank you, Furqan, for joining us today. I wish you guys the best of luck, and hopefully we continue to see more success stories like yourself coming out of Pakistan.